In this episode of Home Theater Geeks, I talk about the surprising joint venture between Sony and TCL. So stick around.
This episode is brought to you by OutSystems, a leading AI development platform for the enterprise. Organizations all over the world are creating custom apps and AI agents on the OutSystems platform, and with good reason. Build, run, and govern apps and agents on one unified platform. Innovate at the speed of AI without compromising quality or control. Trusted by thousands of enterprises worldwide for mission-critical apps. Teams of any size and technical depth can use OutSystems to build, deploy, and manage AI apps and agents quickly and effectively without compromising reliability and security. With OutSystems, you can accelerate ideas from concept to completion. It's the leading AI development platform that is unified, agile, and enterprise-proven, allowing you to build your agentic future with AI solutions deeply integrated into your architecture. OutSystems. Build your agentic future. Learn more at outsystems.com/twit. That's outsystems.com/twit.
Podcasts you love
from people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Hey there, Scott Wilkinson here, the Home Theater Geek. In this episode, I'm going to talk about something I found rather unusual. It was an announcement made by Sony and TCL about a joint venture between the two. This was announced a little 2 or 3 weeks ago as of this recording. And what they did was they signed a, quote, memorandum of understanding, which was to establish a global business venture in which all Sony audio and video consumer products would be jointly developed by Sony and TCL. What's even more remarkable is that TCL will hold 51% of the ownership, or the shares, I guess, in this new joint venture, while Sony will hold 49%. So they will be a minority shareholder in a company that's making Sony products. This is very strange. According to some of the press release material I read, the joint venture will handle, quote, the full process from product development and design to manufacturing, sales, logistics, and customer service for products, including televisions and home audio equipment. Wow. Sony, I'm so used to them, being the juggernaut that they've been, to collaborate with TCL in this way is quite surprising. According to a Sony press release, the new venture will, quote, advance its business by leveraging Sony's high-quality picture and audio technology cultivated over years, brand value and operational expertise, including supply chain management, while utilizing TCL's advanced display technology, global scale advantages, industrial footprint, end-to-end cost efficiency, and vertical supply chain strength. Now, I find it very interesting that they call out TCL's advanced display technology as if Sony is behind in that regard. They surely are not. From what I've read, the new TVs from this venture will incorporate Sony's really great video processing, which is one of their great strengths. But they're also leaders in other types of video technology, including OLED and LCD. Now, here's a quote from Kimio Maki, Sony's representative director and president and CEO. And he says, quote, we are pleased to have reached this agreement with TCL for a strategic partnership. By combining both companies' expertise, we aim to create new customer value in the home entertainment field, delivering even more captivating audio and visual experience to customers worldwide. New customer value. There's a phrase that caught my eye. It might mean that Sony wants to make its products more price competitive because they have been more closer to the top of the price range of consumer electronics than many other companies, certainly more so than TCL. Now, here's a quote from D.U. Wan, the chairperson of TCL Electronics Holding Limited. Quote, "We believe that this strategic partnership with Sony represents a unique opportunity to combine the strengths of Sony and TCL, creating a powerful platform for sustainable growth. Through strategic business complementarity, technology and know-how sharing, and operational integration, we expect to elevate our brand value, achieve greater scale, and optimize the supply chain in order to deliver superior products and services to our customers." I have to assume that TCL has larger manufacturing facilities, which could, in fact, achieve greater scale. Now, TCL currently makes no OLED TVs, and Sony doesn't manufacture its raw OLED panels. So my big question is, will Sony OLED survive? I don't know. I would be a little nervous about this because Sony OLEDs are so great. Now, products released under this partnership will retain the Sony and Bravia brand names. And I assume they'll be less expensive than Sony's current pricing. Will they reach into TCL's price ranges? If so, why buy Sony over TCL? I would assume because of Sony's processing in terms of video. Really, I doubt they'll be price equivalent. The Sony prices may come down some, but still be above the TCL brands. This is very interesting. Now, TCL stands to benefit quite a bit on the audio side because Sony makes great audio products. Headphones, soundbars, speakers, receivers. TCL has some soundbars and subwoofers, but I haven't really heard anything outstanding about them, whereas Sony, I have. So that will be an interesting development to see what happens there. Now, there's something called, quote, defining binding agreements, which are expected to be finalized by the end of March. And the new company is expected to commence operation in the spring of 2027. So about a year from now. What will happen? As I said, when I first heard about this, I was most concerned about the quality of Sony branded TVs and would it suffer? But then I realized, TCL TVs are in fact great. They've become so much better over the last few years that they're now what I consider a top tier brand. Now my main concern is that Sony OLED TVs will disappear, and I don't want that. I own a Sony OLED, QD OLED TV, and I really love it. I think it performs beautifully. Will that continue to be developed? I don't know. Another really interesting part of this story is that nowhere in none of the stories that I've read about it has there been any mention of any money changing hands. It's not like TCL bought 51% of Sony stock. They're going to own 51% of the stock in the new venture, whose name I have not yet read. But there's been, as far as I know, no money changing hands. TCL didn't buy part of Sony. They've just made this agreement. So what do they get out of it? As those quotes that I read earlier said, larger economies of scale, really, and hopefully lower prices on Sony products, which may increase their sales. It's all very new and all very unknown, but I wanted to share what I know with you at this point. Time will tell what happens, and I look forward to learning more about it as information becomes available. Now, if you have a question for me, send it on along to htg@twit.tv, and I'll answer as many as I can right here on the show. And if you have a home theater that you're proud of, send me some pics. I'd love to feature it on the show and maybe get you on the show to talk about it, which is always a lot of fun. Until next time, geek out.
Hey everybody, it's Leo Laporte. Are you trying to keep up with the world of Microsoft? It's moving fast, but we have two of the best experts in the world, Paul Thurrott and Richard Campbell. They join me every Wednesday to talk about the latest from Microsoft on Windows Weekly. It's not a lot more than just Windows. I hope you'll listen to the show every Wednesday. Easy enough. Just subscribe in your favorite podcast client to Windows Weekly or visit our website at twit.tv/WW. Microsoft's moving fast, but there's a way to stay ahead. That's Windows Weekly every Wednesday on TWiT.